Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you some tips on how to avoid mice to coming into your house. First of all, my house is a brick home. You can see bricks. All right. So since this is brick, normally houses are constructed or built out of brick or out of cinder blocks. They allow some opening called a whip hole in the bricks for the house to breathe when it's rain, so the water could come out instead of staying inside the bricks. So those whip holes, unfortunately, you cannot cover them. But what you could do is you could find something like this. I'm gonna show you real quick. This is what I did. Something like this. You buy it at a Home Depot, Lowe's, or your local hardware store, and you place them. You place them where you see a whip hole. Don't cover them. Just place it with this. This is 1/4 inch of galvanized steel. The mice cannot go through there. Okay. So normally you look for any whip hole, and you go like this. If you see one, for example, this is a whip hole, which is not. I just give you an example. You're gonna cut this to length and place it between. Place it between like this. Okay, make it look tight, very nice, and mice is not gonna go through there. Another thing that you could use is some Brillo fabrics. You could put it in your holes, in most of the holes, not on the whip holes, and put some clear silicone, all purpose, and you will see the difference. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing you how I did it, how I'm doing it, and it's a continuous effort to avoid mice coming into your house. Thank you for watching. Omarete Vilato, the best in production. Okay, guys, as you can see, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be repointing this, because all this little hole right that you see right there, even though you see it kind of small, if it's 1/4 of an inch, a mice could get through there. So you have to go through that and inspect it. Okay, you see this? It's cracked. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to point those bricks. See that? See that little hole right there? That I gotta take care of that. I'm gonna probably use cement, or I'm gonna show you what I could use also, but I'm probably gonna use cement. I'm gonna show you guys what I discovered. Check this out. Look at this. See that? Man, a human being could fit through there. So I'm gonna cover that. I'm gonna fix that up. You gotta go around. You see that right down the top? Let me see if you can see it. Let me see. Right down the top. It's another hole. You gotta cover that. A mice could go through there. Look at that, guys. That's not good. Look at that big hole right there. Animal could scroll through there. Mice could go through there, and they do their thing. So that's gonna be covered. See, this is the house right here. This is the brick, the cement, the cinder blocks. I'm gonna go through all those bricks and see if I could see some holes, so I could inspect them and see where's the entry point. So far here, so good. I don't see nothing. But you see the little hole right here? You have to cover them, because any ants, any other insect could go through there. That had to be covered as well. I bent for my dryer. We had to find a solution for that, because any mice could scroll through the wall and go through there. That had to be covered as well. You see that? Even though it's covered, I had to redo that stuff right there. I had to redo it. And guys, I'm gonna show you what I use, what I purchased. Use glove when you use this material. Also, I purchased this galvanized, Howard Club galvanized, 1/4 of an inch, right there to cover the holes wherever I could find them. I also purchased this scissor to cut this, the Brillo, whatever you want to call it, a screwdriver to push it in, a hammer, And the most important things, use glove. Use glove because this thing right here, it could pinch your finger. It's like a, I forgot the name of it. But I will come up with a name. That's the name of it. The most important thing, made in the USA. And look what it says here. Rodent and pest defense. This is pretty good. If you see that little hole right there, even though it looks small, let me see if I can show it to you closely. Even though it looks small, that's a perfect entry point for those suckers. So I'm gonna cover that up. I'm gonna cover it up immediately. You see that right there? That's an excellent entry point. I'm gonna cover that up as well. Look at that. They could go through there like no one business. Look at that. Oh my God, this is an excellent entry point. Remember, this is like a whip hole, but I'm gonna cover that. Look at this, guys. Look at this entry point. Entry point. All that stuff gotta be covered. You see that? Look for any point. I gotta cut the grass a little bit so I could see it. You see that? Right there. Let me see. That's an entry point down there. I gotta cover all that stuff. I gotta cover all that stuff. Behind the windows. Gotta cover all that stuff. Look at that, guys. That's another entry point. You have to cover that. You have to cover that stuff. See that? Entry point. It takes time. Make sure you go slowly and smoothly and get it done. See that? That's an entry point. They could also sneak in through there. 1/4 of an inch, they could sneak in through there. So make sure you seal that up. I'll show you something else. Look at that. Look. Little holes like that you think is nothing, you have to cover them up. Look at this one. Big entry point. Look at that one upstairs. Oh my God, I have a long way to go. All that stuff has to be sealed out. You see those trees right there, those plants? You have to remove that out of your house. I'm gonna show you. Have to remove them because that's where they have their nest. So you have to remove that stuff. Have to remove all that stuff out of close from your wall. You see the hole up there? You have to seal it up. See those holes on the top? You have to seal them up. It's a lot of work, but that's the only solution, and that's the only way you're gonna avoid having mice go inside your house. See that? I already covered this with cement, but I still got these little hoses for ants and stuff like that that go through there. So I already covered that. So I don't think they're gonna be going through there anytime soon. All those entry points, you have to put Brillo, galvanized Brillo through there, cover them up so they don't have to go inside. So I'm gonna be taking care of that. I'm gonna be working on the house, hopefully today and tomorrow, and see how far I could go. All those areas, put Brillo through there so they don't go through there. See that in your window? Cover that up. You have to cover that up. I am sealing all around the windows with this coil, Brillo coil, all around the window. Don't be cheap with this. Don't be cheap, otherwise you're gonna suffer the consequences. You can see it right there. I am stuffing it because I don't want no mice going to my house. So I'm just doing some going all around the house and covering every single little hose. Hoses that you don't think they're gonna come up, they're gonna go inside. Make sure you cover them. There you have it. Cover those holes. I got more stuff that I got covered. So I'm gonna show you the end result. Once the whole window is covered, I got more stuff to do. So stay tuned for more. Omarete Vilato, the basement production, guys. See the hole in there? That probably is a whip hole, but unfortunately, it's an entry point for any rodents. I'm gonna cover it up. You're gonna see what I'm gonna apply to it. And I'm not gonna seal it because then I have to let the brick breathe by draining the water that is in the back of the brick. So I'm not gonna seal it up. I'm just gonna cover it with something nice that I got here. See? Okay, guys. Today I'm gonna be covering more entry points. You could see it. For those of you guys who have bricks houses, you got more over there. You have to make sure you cover every single hole. You go down there, you got hoses. So every single hole you have to cover. As you can see, I got my trap. You got some stuff in there so they could eat it, and within 2 days they will die. So unfortunately, you have to do what you got to do to keep mice out of your house. So I'm gonna look for any entry point that I could see around the house, and I'm gonna fix it. Take the time. You don't have to rush it, and look for any little holes where they might come in and fix it. Once again, Omarete Vilato, the basement production.